Rise and shine, it's Monday morning, time to get that mental flex, motivation style in 3, 2, 1.
Brought to you live from the ccmindiana.com studios. It's time for Money Maker Monday.
Yo, we in the mix again.
Back at it.
Yeah, man. Tyler Davis, Greg Thomas coming to tickle some eardrums. I say that
good.
a lot.
It
I love
is.
it. It is
Yeah.
that, though. It's the ear candy.
Right. It's the best way to start the week, man.
Oh, man. Like,
Get juiced up.
and these
Fired
are all,
up.
they are, too. Like, we're building on these, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's like from last week to next week to the following weeks. I mean, that's where this content's kind of coming from. And, this one is just, kind of out there. And I think people are only not realizing there's two sides to this coin.
Oh, yeah. There
Okay?
definitely is.
And what we're talking about is personal truths, right?
Yeah.
My personal truth. Da, 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 da. When did that become like a moniker?
Yeah.
Okay, or like a euphemism almost, and it's just there's another side to it, man. I mean, when it comes to personal truths, you have to look at all things.
All factors.
Right.
You got to take in the whole picture.
Yeah, because it's convenient to only see one side of it.
That's,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. What works for me?
Exactly. So today, 3 things to be mindful of when it comes to personal truths. Number 1, and most importantly, okay, so I'm going to say it loud for the people in the back, okay? This can lead to pandering of real personal development issues that need to be addressed,
Yeah, man.
okay?
You're going to completely miss the opportunity.
You're just like, oh, that's their personal truth. Like, what does that even mean when you say it like that? Like when you're using it in that context, when you're, like your kid or a friend or a coworker, oh, that's just their truth. I'm gonna call BS on that.
Yeah, you got to. Because, that's just giving them a way out. Like, making it okay.
Yeah, you putting a bow on it. Like,
Right.
Hey,
Right.
we're so fragile.
Yeah, and back to some of those things we've talked about before. If you truly care, if you're really a friend, let them know. Like, hey, man, I see an opportunity for
yeah.
you to grow.
Yeah, right. I mean, Oprah drops personal truth, and all of a sudden, that's another way to tiptoe around stuff. You know what I mean? And that was not anyone's intent that has that type of platform when they're throwing something out there. It wasn't for everybody or the masses to, take it and make it a cop-out.
Yeah, but it's what happened.
It is what happened. When you're seeing it, like, the other side of the coin here is like there's plenty of people that have taken it and made it a good, like, okay, I'm seeking this.
Yes.
I'm unwilling to accept mediocrity.
Yes.
That's my kind of personal truth, okay?
100%.
That is like, I am unwilling to accept that, and brings me to point number 2, right? What you think about, you bring about.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Your thoughts create your reality.
That's it.
You've
So
heard it before.
If you're going to sit there and buy into this pandering, you are going to create your self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, you will.
And you're doing it for your kids too. Like, if you're sitting there doing this with your children and like, oh, it's just their truth, that's just them. Like, no, that if there's something, there are things that are unacceptable.
Yeah, 100%. And it starts with yourself. You are the example, especially to them. Like,
Oh.
I remember hearing, do as I say, not as I do. Come on, man.
That is an old school thing, right? We should
Yeah.
use that one for the 3 things Papa used to say type thing. But that's a great example though, because you're just pandering to problems, your own, when you're saying that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're saying it's okay for me to accept this level,
Yeah.
but not for you.
Yeah.
Not for you, kid.
That's just
you're gonna do it
confusion.
better than me. You
Right.
know, but it just doesn't work like that. So what you think about, you do bring about. So if you're gonna pander to problems, you're gonna have more of them, and you're just gonna make it a reality. You're gonna create this hard line fiber optic wiring that is gonna be really challenging to undo if you let it go and you keep playing into it.
Yep, becomes hardwired.
It does. And lastly, they should be used to lift you up. Like, I mean, if there were like positive sides like personal truth, you wouldn't have marathon runners. You wouldn't even have Special Olympics, man. I mean, these folks are just unwilling to accept the dynamics of like how other folks have succumbed to those ailments or whatever they may be, or challenges. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like completely like buckled.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, because they go out there, truly believe in themselves, and shine.
Oh.
And teach us all something.
And like, man, anything's possible.
That's right.
So if you're gonna buy into the personal truth, do it to lift you up.
Yeah,
Okay. Find like something, an area to improve. Like, just don't accept mediocrity within yourself. This kind of circles back to who you surround yourself with, right? You got to be around people that inspire you, that do not pander to your real personal development issues.
That's true, man. Just the other day, I had a talk with my son. He was like, "Hey, I got a C." And I was like, and he was smiling. Like, let's talk about that, bro.
Come on,
man.
how
we step that up to an A.
Exactly, and you can do it, and you just don't play into it. So again, 3 things to be mindful of when it comes to personal truth. Number 1, they can lead to the pandering of real personal development issues. Don't do that. Don't help them. Don't push them off the ledge.
Yep.
You know, and then number 2, what you think about, you bring about. I'm telling you, like, you have to have good, positive thoughts that help you reach new heights, man.
Yep.
And lastly, they should be used to lift you up. You know what I
Lift
mean?
it up.
Take the personal truth, find out what you're made of, and go do something about it. Just don't play into the problem. That's it, man. We'll catch you next time. Want to take a quick minute to thank our sponsor, ccmindiana.com, for all your mortgage needs. Very competitive, ready to rock, ready to help you be a pre-approved buyer that can compete. Ready to get pre-approved for your next mortgage? Stop by ccmindiana.com and see how we can help.